Kohalayim Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai Bahashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles, elders, and bishops of Great Millstone who rule well over the flock of Israel. Shalom and salutation to you, Akim, out here pushing the words of truth and sincerity. Shalom to all the elect, Akim and Akwa. Shalom. All right, this one's going to be a quick one, Lord willing, straight to the point. And it's dealing with just polygyny. I speak as a man. All right, polygyny, I speak as a man. And so, just throwing a few pointers, Akim, you know who you are. There was a quick conversation on the chat group about polygyny and in this world, and basically some brothers is voicing their opinions for it, some brothers are voicing their opinions against it, so forth and so on. Ain't no necessarily right and wrong, but here go my opinions based upon scriptures and experience as well, just for once and for all. And I just got to this revelation. Let's put it in my personal revelation for myself. So, Lord willing, to be edifying, because I did have the experience of trying to actually have a polygynous relationship here in Babylon. And for what it's worth, I guess if you enjoy experience, it's worth, experience is what it is. It's one of the best teachers. But ultimately, I chose not to be in a polygynous relationship. You know what I mean? I chose, to just be with one woman. And I'm about this, I get the voice why in an articulate way. So I'm gonna keep it short and brief, because it's really for brothers who kind of like, you're constantly bombarded with this idea that you got to be polygynous, or you got to find multiple wives, or if you ain't doing that some way, in some form, you ain't a man of the Lord. And that ain't the case. Couldn't be farther from it. Polygamy is basically a way of life where you can have more than one woman, more than one wife, which the scriptures, it's not a sin at all. It's not wicked at all. Many of our forefathers, is a quick scripture research, you'll find out many of our forefathers, we got here because of polygyny. King David, one example, King David's wife, upon his on his deathbed before he died, she gave him a young woman, a very young woman, to keep him warm so that he wouldn't die. Basically, his wife gave him another wife. So, this is the truth about polygyny is very biblical and scriptural. So let's go into Proverbs, the 7th chapter. And this is actually talking about, it's a parable. They're using a woman to speak about, what's it called? They're using a woman to speak about wisdom, basically. As you can see here in verse 4, 7 and 4, it says, "Say unto wisdom, thou art my sister, and call understanding my kinswoman." So this truth is a lot likened unto a woman. Israel is likened unto a woman. Many things throughout the scriptures likened it to a woman. And but it uses wicked wisdom or worldly wisdom as a woman who is a strange woman or a harlot. So let me just continue. It says, if I go down, it says that they may, verse 5, that they may keep thee from the strange woman, from the stranger which flattereth with her lips. So, you run into the situations today, Akim, and you're going to find out that a lot of women, they harlots, straightforward, the actual woman, not wisdom. They harlots. The programming that's done here in Babylon is that the woman has to be like a hoe. And if she ain't a hoe, she don't fit into her own, amongst her peer groups and so forth and so on. Just Google Sexy Red and do your research. Google some of these top women out here, rappers. Do your research. They're pushing for women to become hoes. So the flattering with your words is just that. A woman that will take you and entrap you and ensnare you with these appealing words, kind words, but really they got evil in their heart. And they don't want to see you prosper at all. They don't really care for the man. So the idea is that you could shamefully and reproachfully grab a woman unto you, thinking that she's down with the program because she's flattering you with her lips, and then she brings another man into your crib. But then, it says, "For at the window of my house I looked through my casement, and I beheld among the simple ones, I discerned among the youths a young man void of understanding." So again, even with worldly wisdom, or even with an actual woman. It's really men without understanding, or young men void of understanding, that getting caught and ensnared in a woman's evil plots and pernicious ways. It says, passing through the street near her corner, and he went the way to her house in the twilight, in the evening, in the black in the dark night. Beheld, there met him a woman with the attire of a harlot and subtle of heart. And I ask you, you won't even be enticed half the time. We've been trained to accept a woman in harlot attire, and that's the baseline of what most women wear. And ask yourself, would you constantly be worrying about women, stressed about women, talking about women, thinking about women, if you didn't see they thick legs poking out of them booty shorts every day? If you didn't see they breasts and they cleavage popping out of that tube top, or whatever, halter top, or whatever they got on, them straps on, would you care? If you didn't see that thong poking out, would you care? If you can see every curve on her body, would you care constantly about women? Would your mind be wrapped up into and ensnared into every passing woman if they didn't dress like that? But that's the subtle nature of women, is that they know men are gonna lust. If sex sells, if I show some skin, he gonna be attracted to that. And so it's not that you actually getting the best of her. The best of a woman come from, as the scripture completely, goes over, a good woman, or a faithful woman, or a virtuous woman, is that she's good to her husband, she's good to her family, she cooks, she cleans, she takes care of business. When you're not looking, when you're not around, she's being loyal, faithful to you. This is the real true idea of what a woman's supposed to be for her man. All right, a real true natured woman won't even give you attention time of day if she got a man. But the harlot nature of America has proposed other ideas, that a man is insecure if he don't let you have your fun, have your cake and eat it too, go on girls' night, girls' trips. She over there in Las Vegas while you at home working your 9 to 5, taking care of the kids. And you know what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. So it's all destroyed. Our people destroyed here. The family unit is the basis of what we have. And so, not that polygyny don't speak to that, but a lot of these women are whores, man. So if it's hard enough to deal with one whore, what makes you think you're gonna deal with 3, 4, or 5? It says she is loud and stubborn, her feet abide not in her house. And this ain't the case of every woman, but for most women, they want to get out, they want to have their fun. They know they still look young, especially if they under 30. They trying to do their thing. All right. First Timothy 2:9 says, in like manner also, that women adorn themselves in modest apparel, with shamefacedness and sobriety, not with broided hair or gold or pearls or costly array. And I was watching a video. If you just type Google or YouTube "woman arrested," you'll see all type of situations where it's just loud, stubborn, pernicious, evil, wicked, street walking women, scantily clad women, getting in trouble with the law, robbing people, setting people up, going to jail, acting ruthless on the streets, acting shameless. All right, so the shamelessness is really being bred here in America. Shameful women. And a shameless woman is counted as a dog, which is a female dog is a bitch. So the scriptures talk about that. It says, with shamefacedness and sobriety. So that's how a woman is supposed to. And so going back to the idea of polygyny, it works. It works when the woman is shamefaced with sobriety. It works when they ain't walking around with all of these, every curve showing of their body. It works because every single man that passed them doesn't feel it's his duty to go and grab her off the street, because she walking down the street like a harlot. The whole idea is that when a woman walk around prancing around with less on or showing skin, that she must be a harlot, or she must be DTF, or she must be in a situation where she ain't pleased at home, apparently, because she out here looking sad on the corner walking down the street, thick as hell, thick 30, But let's continue. It says, but which becometh the woman professing godliness with good works. So the idea is that if you got a woman that's going to be like that, down for the Lord, down for the cause, down for her man, down for her husband, down for her family, by all means, it makes sense. But you don't have that here in Babylon. You run across that few and far and in between, man. All right. We got way more horror stories than we got good stories amongst the fold. All right. It's a lot more baby mama action than it is, my beautiful wife action. And that's just the punishment and the curses that we've been befitted to go through. And this for a period of time, so like I said, Paul said it best: if you could be like me and abstain from women. Now for the Akim that can't do that, you know I would suggest you just, I would suggest crying upon the Lord, crying to the Lord to send you a woman. And, checks and balances. Sometimes you can fall in love with the cute face and the pretty face. What they say, never trust a big butt and a smile. You can fall in love with all type of other things that you ain't, you looking upon her countenance, and then you not recognizing that she ain't right for you. She ain't right for herself. She ain't right for nobody. And then you get a baby, and then God forbid, y'all forbid, you get a baby. And then it's on and popping. You going to court. You're not seeing your kid. You crying in the middle of the night because you ain't seen your child in 15 days. And then guess how the child gonna come out? So I mean, we just need up out of here. That's the truth of the matter, is that we need up out of here. Ain't nothing wrong with polygyny. Ain't nothing wrong with just being a single man and remaining without a woman. Ain't nothing wrong with locking one woman down. You're not no lesser of a man, no bigger of a man, because you got multiple women or not. The idea is, do you really sustain them? Can you really sustain them? Can you really sustain monetarily? Can you really sustain mentally with yourself? Do they understand when you say you're going to camp that's exactly what that means? I'm going to camp. Do you got to hide everything from this woman? All right, is she a virtuous woman? If you leave her, if you walk away from her, is she her mind already worried about the next man, or thinking about calling her ex up because she lonely? What's going on? The truth is stranger than fiction, man. Ephesians 1:17, what that the power of our Lord Yahushua, the Father of glory, may give unto you the spirit of wisdom and revelation and the knowledge of him. So it says that your eyes of your understanding be enlightened. So every day we change, we renewed. There's a wisdom and the spirit of wisdom that's revealing the knowledge of the Father to us through his Son. And we becoming great examples and better examples, and we able to put off former conversations, and we be able to really subject ourselves to the authority and the ordinances, every thought to the ordinances of the Heavenly Father. We're able to do amazing things by calling on the name of the Lord and making supplication to him in prayer. And we really don't have to or need to be caught up into no entanglements with multiple, it gets bad, it gets ugly out here, man. Next thing you know, kids is involved. More than likely she got kids. And even if she don't, man, if she don't have no kids, she probably out here thotting, man. And that's the reality of the situation. Like, nobody want to get hurt, nobody want to get broken hearted. But you already know, brothers will tell you, it's easy to fall in love with a woman, especially if she a hoe. She got a cute face, big butt. She's flattering you with her words, but really, that situation is going to end badly. So I ain't saying that's how every situation. I ain't saying just because you polygynous is going to end badly. It could be end badly for you if you just dealing with one woman, so-called one woman, so-called married. If you're dealing with that, it could still end bad. It's just a bad predicament when it comes to relationships in Babylon. It's just bad. All right. So the eyes of your understanding being enlightened, man. We got the riches and the glory of the kingdom of heaven to inherit. More so, our minds is on that, and a lot of women can't understand that. They can't understand what a righteous man that want to go clubbing every night, the righteous man that want to go out to eat, he want to preserve his money for hard times. They can't understand that there's gonna be more women coming in the near future. So you ain't gonna bend over backwards every time. A lot of them don't understand that. They don't understand that you working 9 to 5. You can't go out to eat every week. Some of them is just too caught up in the world to be saved, man. Isaiah 48:17, it says, thus saith the Lord, thy Redeemer, the Holy One of Israel. I am the Lord thy power, which teacheth thee to profit, which leadeth thee by the way that thou shouldest go. So we got to go a certain type of way, man. We can't just walk our own way. And the Lord said, hey, he gonna teach us how to profit. A lot of things just don't profit you, man, in this world. And that's something we all got to understand. See, teaches you to benefit, teaches you to benefit, teaches you to profit, teaches you how to succeed in the NET. NLT says teaches you what is good for you and lead you along the path you should follow. So some things just ain't good for you. It sound good right now, but when you think about what the scripture says, everything is an expedient. Some things are lawful, but not expedient. Expedient means it's good for you. All right, does it work out really? When you think about it, in every situation, in my own personal experience, it's never worked out, man. Polygyny just don't work out in Babylon, man. Maybe if I had $1 million, maybe if this, maybe if that, but it really don't work out, man. You can't sit here wondering why things don't work out for you, crying over it. Instead, you should do things that make more sense for you. The Lord said He's gonna teach you what is good and lead you in the way along the paths you should go. So focus on the things you should be doing, where you should be going, where your time and your mentality should be at, instead of trying to make something work in Babylon. This is Babylon, man. Ain't nothing supposed to work out here, especially the mind of a woman. They're allowed to go astray. And the scripture said, when a woman chooses to go astray and she don't listen to you, she don't take your consideration, and that's your woman. Man, you're supposed to give her a bill of divorce, man. How many people is ready to do that? If you really love her and you truly desire, you're going to work with her. She might be getting hit every other which way when you turn your back. Now you got to deal with that. So it's a lot of things to take in mind. It ain't just no fun ride all the way to the top where you got 6, 7 women. They all come, as soon as you get home, they all trying to fight to rub your feet. This ain't the day of the Lord. That time is going to come. Isaiah 4:1 is going to come. Until that time, brothers, Akin, I would say just slow down if you can, listen, this is where sometimes your parents come and get involved. Ask your parent, do you think she right for you? Do you think this woman decent for you? Like, bring around your parents, bring around somebody who is respectable. See if see what they say. See what they say. They might stop you right at the gate, man. That woman will key your car, man. That woman will break your windows, man. You kidding me? You don't need to be with somebody like that, man. That woman will drug you. That woman will rob you blind. And then you get a little more incitement. Sometimes you could be locked in your own, imagination of how false reality, how you think it's going to be, and it don't really be like that. All right, Romans 8:17, it says, and if children, then heirs of the power, heirs of Yahweh, and joint heirs with Yahweh Shai. So be that we suffer with them, that we may be also glorified together. So we got to be glorified. We want to be made perfect. We want to be made perfect in the image of Yahweh Shem Shai. We want to be changed. We're renewed in our minds. We understand the new covenant. We understand salvation and the things that it takes to get there. One thing it don't take to get there is having multiple wives. You just don't take it. So you don't have to ever feel like you are less of a man because you ain't got multiple women, man. To heck with that. To be honest with you, one good woman is better than 1,000 bitches. I'm going to keep it funky. One good woman. That brother with one good woman, supportive, calm, tenderhearted to him, loving to him, is better than 1,000 of these hoes. Thousands. All right? Don't never get it twisted. You see a man with 6, 7, 5 wives. If 5 of them giving them hell, it ain't worth it. It ain't worth it. He should have stuck with the one that ain't giving them hell. All right, so the Lord said we're going to be glorified together if we suffer. We're suffering right now. This is a part of our suffering. Now, we ain't even got a good, strong woman on our side. And for the brothers that do got that, you know what it's like. You know what it's like to have a calm. And even that, you're going to have trouble in the flesh. It's not all perfect, no way around. All right, this is suffering. This is hell. But guess what? Heirs of the kingdom mean we're going to have slaves. Heirs of the kingdom mean we're going to have the promises of all the kingdoms, which include inherited the world, new bodies, and multiple wives. You're going to have that in the kingdom of heaven. You're going to make a comeback for real. Israel's going to make a comeback. And then there ain't going to be no brother who's lacking in that day. Romans 6:4 says, therefore, we are buried with him by baptism into death, that we, as Yahushua was raised up from the dead by the glory of the Father, even so we also should walk in newness of life. So to walk in newness of life. Everything's feeling brand new. Everything's feeling good again. Our mind should be changed daily. We should want to continue to exemplify what it is to be a man of the Lord and not be caught up into situations in which you should have never got yourself into. It says in that in KJV, even so we should also walk in the newness of life. We too may live a new life. We too should new life, also in the newness of life might walk. Let me see what the NLT say. It says, and just as Yahushua was raised from the dead by the glorious power of his Father, now we also may live new lives. So we ain't gotta commit to the old, man. I gotta have multiple, because guess what? That's still a ideology that the world pushes. Just like it pushes whoredom amongst the women, it pushes you ain't doing nothing unless you got more than one wife amongst men. That's what it pushes. So you can't, but in truth be told, 90%, 99% of the time, it's just you and her. It ain't you, her, and then somebody else. It ain't you looking good for somebody else. It's just you and her. So you ain't got to stunt for nobody. You ain't got to stunt at all. Your wife ain't something to stunt with. We got this idea of a trophy wife, and if she ain't bad, she got to be bad, 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 bad. Yo, a good woman that's going to cook, clean, take care of business. She taking care, right? She helping with the bills. She taking care. Man, that's good enough, man. Consider yourself lucky you could grab one like that. Consider yourself lucky, man. Consider yourself the Lord. Consider the blessing of the Lord to be upon you, man. Because that is not an allotment that's given to many men. There's not many virtuous women out here. She's more rare than rubies, more precious than rubies. All right. Even some calling themselves sisters ain't worth it, bro. They ain't worth it. They a headache in modest apparel. All right, Mark 11:23 says, "For verily I say unto you that whosoever shall say unto this mountain, be removed and be thou cast into the sea, and shall not doubt in his heart, but shall believe that those things which he saith shall come to pass, he shall have whatsoever he saith. Therefore I say unto you that what things soever you desire, when you pray, believe that ye receive them, and ye shall have them." So the Lord gonna give us an inheritance to come. We know that's coming regardless. The promise of the Lord is going to come to pass. The things we need right now is integrity, more loyalty to the Heavenly Father and through his Son, faith, steadfastness, strength, forgiveness, all right, brotherly love. We need these things, man. So, let the last thing on your mind being, I got to heap up women. I need more women. I ain't got enough women. You know what I'm saying? If you burning like that, may the Lord send you one. If you burning like that, you know what else to do. I ain't even going to get into that. You know what else you could do to quench that fire. All right? But the Lord, what we really asking the Lord for, man, is faith, integrity, things that is going to benefit us in the long run. All right? And guess what? If she be saved by childbearing, the scripture said. But if she be saved through you, or it's off the strength of you, And a godly woman gonna pray for her man too. So that's even better. You know what I'm saying? So it's hard enough, Akim, to try to, I'm living through experience. I went through experience, man. You know what I'm saying? It's hard out here. It's hard out here. You know what I'm saying? But the water for the brothers who are having that conversation. I ain't really put my input in there, but Spirit had it where I just made this video out of it. So I'll be right as out. It's edifying. Till next time, Shalom.